All right, guys. So Nancy Pelosi once again has been caught violating her own rules, and I just feel like there's not a week that goes by in which some major Democrat figure gets caught violating their own rules, right? I mean, guys, we had Obama, okay? We had Gretchen Whitmer, okay? Gavin Newsom, right? Pelosi, right? Pelosi back last year, right? In the middle of the pandemic, when we didn't know all that much about the virus, when we didn't have vaccines, we didn't have any of this stuff, when businesses were legitimately closed down, cities were legitimately closed down, Nancy Pelosi decided that she can get her hair did, her weave did, at a salon that was closed due to COVID restrictions. But she decided, no, you got to open up to do my hair, right? But the hair of my constituents, right, who definitely probably want to get their hair did as well too, nah, it don't matter, right? It don't matter. You got to stay closed for them. Open up for me. And she was caught doing that. But the media, of course, ignored it, because at the end of the day, the incentive was Orange Man bad, right? We got to get Orange Man out of office, so we got to ignore Democrats breaking their own rules. And I think something that also rubs me the wrong way, outside of just the fact they breaking their own rules, is the whole elitism of this all, which I'm going to get into in a minute. But first, I want to play the video of her actually at this dinner, right? This lunch, okay? It's like a Democratic fundraiser thing in Napa Valley. Just take a look at this.
In store for later. But for now, a question was asked this morning by Ambassador Solomon about young people and how we were reaching out to young people in the Olympics. Well, young people, we always ask them, how do you want to be reached out to? And one of the main...
So yeah, I mean, you can see the elitism, right? Look at the elitism. Now, there's not a mask in sight, right? Except the peasants, the people that's waiting on them. They are masked up trying to protect themselves, but everybody else, the elite company here, hey, it's free game, right? It's free game, including Pelosi herself, who I believe is, speaking without a mask. See, and let me tell you how elitist this is, guys. This is disgusting, right? It's actually hilarious, but it's disgusting at the same time. So, in order to get into this place, right, the seats go up to $29,000, right? So to get a chair, to be a chair, it's $29,000. To be a host is $10,000. A supporter is $50,000. A friend is $1,000. A guest is $250, and a ticket is $100. So I want you guys to understand. In order to be considered a guest at this event, you gotta pay $250, right? $250 to be considered a guest, okay? If you just shell out a measly $100, you just a ticket holder. You're not even considered a guest, okay? I'm not even sure if you got a seat at the table if you paid for a ticket, right? You didn't get a seat at the table, and you probably would have had to eat standing up, right? They probably would have made you wear a mask too, okay? You peasant. You peasant, only paying $100. You only can afford $100. Put on your mask, and you got to eat standing up, right? Woo! Oh man, you can't afford these privileges. You can't afford these privileges, right? You ain't considered a guest. That's how elitist this is, guys. That's how these people roll, and this is why I try to tell you guys, it ain't about race. That's what they want you to think. Okay, that's what we talk about all the time. But it's about the elites versus the non-elites. That's what it's always been about. Okay, because obviously for the elites, the rules don't ever apply to them. They never do. That's the main factor that you're seeing with all this. Look at Obama's party. There was a lot of black people there, but all those people were elite. Okay, they were all elite. So therefore, rules didn't apply for them. Now, people are pointing out that this is, a mostly, most people here are white. Even though I thought I saw a black couple here. I think that they look like they might be black. There might be a few black people there. But regardless, that's not even the point, right? The point is that everybody here is a part of the elitist Democrat circle. So therefore, rules don't apply to them the same way they apply to Obama, right? But again, you're going to see people like Fauci. They're going to come out here and say, oh, Sturgis bike rally, right? Just regular people who ride motorcycles, who like riding motorcycles, right? Super spreader event. Trump rally, super spreader event. Okay? But you never hear anything about these events that Democrats are having because the media just assumes, well, they're doing it responsibly. And they have not presented evidence that they're doing it responsibly. What's the evidence? Right? Where's your evidence? Where's your evidence that most of the people at the Sturgis rally are not vaccinated? What's the evidence? Because they say, oh, well, all the people at Obama's party, they were vaccinated. Okay, where's the evidence? You can say that, but where is the evidence? You see what I'm saying? They assume that, well, anytime there's a Democrat event, that means everybody's vaccinated. And anytime there's an event that's non-Democrat that we really don't like, and these people just happen to lean conservative, they're unvaccinated, right? That's the assumption, right? That's the implicit assumption. And that's how they get away with saying, well, there's no need to criticize these events, but we got to criticize every event that has anything that's not Democratic or, that's overtly, conservative. That's how the game works. And you can't play the game like that. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, we don't know. There's impossible for me to know who's vaccinated here and who's not, right? But what I do know is that Nancy Pelosi is implementing rules in her own house, right, in Washington, that she's not even following, even when she's there, right, inside, and then she turns around and chastises the GOP and conservatives who don't necessarily follow the rules. So again, to me, at the very least, if you're taking this as seriously as you say, then you have to follow your own rules, right? That's at a minimum. But I've been rambling. Let me read this real quick so you guys have a good understanding of what's going on. Mask-pushing House Speaker Nancy Pelosi was apparently caught addressing an outdoor crowd of maskless Democrat bigwigs in COVID-19 riddled Napa Valley over the weekend, according to video and tweets. A clip of the close-quartered fundraiser was posted on Facebook by Democrat Party donor and winemaker Catherine Walked Hall and promptly blasted on Twitter. Again, that's how tone deaf a lot of these people are, right? Where, again, you're a Democrat Party donor and you're a winemaker, and you just, I'm going to post this, right? I'm gonna put this out here for the world to see that, we're all sitting together shoulder to shoulder, not socially distanced, not masked. Well, at the same time, our party is basically pushing to take away other people's freedoms, right? Again, like I said, tone deaf, or they just don't care. The footage appeared to show dozens of unmasked people seated elbow to elbow at long luncheon tables as Pelosi gave a speech, and masked waiters ambled between the listeners. All the servants fully masked, tweeted journalist Glenn Greenwald. The almost entirely old, white, rich crowd of DCC donors free to go maskless as they're served. According to the CDC, Napa County in California is a coronavirus hotspot, garnering the designation of high for its current level of transmission. High is the most worrying destination. So they're even in a hot spot, guys. They're in a hot spot. And they're just not even taking any precautions whatsoever. Again, what kind of example is this setting, right? What kind of example is this setting? This is just as bad as Schumer and Stephen Colbert dancing at a concert while, we got this stuff going on in Afghanistan. This is what our political leaders are doing. They're having dinners, they're dancing, okay, and they're enjoying life while, again, they're pushing rules on people that they don't want to follow, and also at the same time having Americans be trapped in Afghanistan, something that I feel like, I don't know, they should be worried about, right? That's something that, again, I feel like even if, you are, in a position where you can't really do much, I understand. You're an elected official and you're at the highest in your position, right? So you got to understand that when it comes to certain situations and certain times, you might not necessarily want to be caught doing things like dancing at a concert with funny men and having extravagant dinners with rich donors, right? Man, and they, like I said, it is what it is. Not surprised to see it at all. Democrats really are hurting the cause that they say that they're for. They really are. They're their own worst enemy when it comes to a lot of this stuff. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.